Can Jared Miley join Brandon Burgoon at the front of the pack and go into the dash? Green flag is out. They're all jamming up almost 3 wide going into turn number 1. Schernhofer way down to the low side. Schernhofer uses Hutchko up quite a bit to grab that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, on the top side of the track, Behe beats out Hutchko down the back stretch. The last 3 cars. Green flag is out. And Shaffer immediately beats Stein into turn number 1. Stein, oh, flipper! Wild flip in the air for one of those cars. It's Brad Messler with a horrible flip into turn number 1. And Brad is taking the walk with the safety crew to the back of the ambulance to get checked out. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Cheer over here, from this side over here, so we can hear you. Wild ride there for Brad Messler, the Wellsville, New York veteran in car number 87S. Zimmerman now to the inside of Schernhofer. He continues to try to make that inside work in turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, they're side by side. Remember, they've got to get around Hutchko to get into the race. Zimmerman now to the inside of Schernhofer. Tommy's not going to give up. Tommy on the top side as Zimmerman on the low side. Zimmerman, the second-generation racer, his dad Keith raced the T3 in Super Late Model competition up in Northwest PA, coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be Zimmerman sliding up in front of Schernhofer. Schernhofer's going to take it down to the low side with 3 laps to go. Zach Carley right with Klein for a moment. Here comes the 5X of Kokolis. Look out, we got one car almost sideways. He almost came to like a complete stop on the speedway with 3 laps to go. Meanwhile, Austin Allen's going to feel some pressure here from Angelichio in a battle for the number 3 spot. Angelichio using the outside cushion in turn number 2, down the back stretch. 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader, Dave Hess Jr. Here comes Angelichio to the outside of Austin Allen. He takes over the 3rd spot.
Poljack with a solid start, but it's not enough for Chris Schneider heading down the backstretch in tremendous fashion. You've got the lead back. Chris Schneider making his way through turn 3 and 4 again. 2nd lap in, Chris Schneider your leader. Schneider to the top side. He's got the positions. Christian Schneider has to concede. Here comes AJ Poljack. He's sniffing out 2nd now. 3 goes the 55 all alone, coming out of turn number 4 to the checkered flag. Chris Schneider, your opening night winner here for the Pittsburgh Truck Center, Penn, Ohio Pro Stocks.
Rush as some of the best Chevrolet Performance crate engine late model racers in the nation are set to chase their $20,000 to win $76,000 championship point fund, unmatched by any like series in the country. The Hovis Auto Truck Supply Rush late models in their Flynn's Tire Gunter's Honey Touring Series event. Let them hear it out there, ladies and gentlemen. They're giving you the wave. Shaffer and Burgoon lead them into turn number 1 as they work their way through the corner. Everybody using all the wide track, and Shaffer's your leader down the back stretch. Here comes Burgoon, and right there to the inside is Jared Miley. This 30-lap race is underway. Miley almost sideways in front of Burgoon, and Brock Pinkerous takes advantage and moves up into the number 2 spot. Brock doing a nice job on the inside, and Brock may steal the lead, but he doesn't. Schaefer's going to have it with the momentum on the outside. Meanwhile, the Dobnak Automotive car of Charlier stuck in the inside, the middle of a sandwich there between Stephens and Wunderling. Coming out of the turn, it's going to be Shaffer over Pinkerous. Now we've got Burgoon to the inside of Miley. He takes over 3rd as the cars come racing off at turn number 4 and work their way into turn number 1 with 6 laps complete. Pinkerous now. Burgoon side by side with the 75 of Miley, and Burgoon's got it. Can the youngster beat out the veteran, the Steel City Outlaw, holding on to that number 1 spot? Bam Bam back there in 2nd. Burgoon holding off Miley, who's holding off Lucon. Meanwhile, Dawson with a great run up to the number 6 spot. But Pinkerous takes the lead. Pinkerous across the nose of Shaffer, slide jobbing to the front. With 14 laps complete, the 14-year-old's the leader. Shaffer dive bombs him into turn number 1. Burgoon is right there. They make contact, and Brendan catches right up. Brandon Burgoon in car number 60. Here comes Pinkerous down to the inside of Shaffer, and he slide jaws him again coming through the turn. Halfway point is here. 15 down and 15 to go. A lot of guys around him that have a lot of laps around this track. Shaffer, Miley, Lucon. Green flag is out, and everyone drives it into turn number 1. Now Miley down to the inside of Lucon. Here comes Lucon in the 184 in a side-by-side duel with Shaffer. 4 wide in the back stretch. Back there we got Robertson. He backs out of it. Dave Hess was in there. Hess started back in the 21st spot, and he's up to 5th halfway through this race. 16 down. Here we go. Green flag is out. Watch for Dave Hess. Holy moly, 4 wide at the line. What are we going to see going into 1? This is crazy. And Shaffer beats Pinkerous. Pinkerous is in the wall. Now Hess to the outside of Robertson. Robertson down on the low side. Pinkerous was snookered by 4 veterans. They've all gotten by the 555. Coming off the turn, it's Shaffer, followed by Hess, Robertson, Pinkerous, Lucon, and we got trouble here. Charlier out of shape. The front end is broken on the car number 42. This is a $200 to win DNV Jewelers non-qualifiers race. And down the back stretch, Kyle Zimmerman leads Zach Gunn as they work their way into turn number 3. Gunn switches from the outside to the inside, tries to get to the inside of Zimmerman. Zimmerman holding them off so far with car number 31 as they work to get their cars set up and get more track time here at Pittsburgh. Hauser now knows there's a car behind him, tries to take the outside cushion away. Hauser down the front stretch into turn number 1. Bernard right there with Easler. Easler looking to the inside of Bernard in a nice battle here. As Easler gets underneath Bernard. Bernard got loose in the turn, and Easler takes advantage. White flag is out. Zimmerman still over Gunn, followed by Schernhofer, who's all alone. Austin Hauser and Ben Easler now down to the inside of Hauser.
Gary Kokolis in the Hoods Up Quick Lube, Top Care, Lawn Care, Mighty Auto Parts, Chem Oil. Number 65, down the backstretch he goes, fending off the 25 of O'Patchen. And here comes the 48 of Joey Bound back onto the racetrack, but we've got a battle for the lead. 3 cars are going at it. The 25 of O'Patchen side by side with the 65 of Kokolis. Here comes the 14 of Mark Corio. They're going to go 3 wide in turn 3, exiting turn 4. We've got a crash, big crash in turn 4. So Cole Cochran is okay. He's with safety officials in the Northwest EMS ambulance just as a precaution. They'll probably hold him here just to make sure and monitor him here. Obviously, pretty hard impact over there in turns 3 and 4, but was out of the car under his own power talking to officials, so we'll keep him. Side by side is Mark Corio with the 65 of Gary Kokolis. Here comes Jonathan Kokolis to the inside of O'Patchen. They're racing for the same real estate in the bottom of 3 and 4. O'Patchen reclaims 3rd. But man, look at Gary Kokolis right with Mark Corio here as they cross the start-finish line. 4 laps down, 11 to go. Corio narrowly with the lead through turn 2. O'Patchen all over the back bumper of Gary Kokolis. Kokolis, now Jonathan that is, all over the back bumper of O'Patchen. Side by side for the lead at the line. It's a gooseneck race. The 65 of Gary Kokolis with the advantage there on lap 6. 3 wide for the position battle going through turn 2. Only in the FuelRequired.com hobby stocks. His son shuts the door on O'Patchen. Here comes Mark Corio. Unbelievable racing. All of this is happening, and here comes the 40 of Joe Brown. Jonathan Kokolis is, heavy contact with the inside of the entrance to the pits, and that will bring out the caution. Natasha Davis heavy to the inside of that barrier. Side by side down the front stretch they go. Jacob Chips with the advantage to the inside. John Gill going to look to reload and come back down the backstretch. Nice run for John Gill. Snatch goes second still. Equal spacing for herself, Kokolis, and Udstrom. Udstrom sounds like a great hockey name, by the way. Great race name. Great hockey name as well. Snatchko gets bent out of shape over in turn number 3, comes to an immediate and abrupt stop in turn 4. Certainly did that out of safety, just felt the car getting wobbly and decided that locking up the brakes was the best bet, and perhaps she was right to do so. Caution flies here on lap number 2. Into the pack and ship restart zone they go. Green flag is out, we're back underway. Kokolis with a good restart as they go down the backstretch there. Definitely what the doctor ordered, if you will. Here comes Udstrom. Now jumps up into third.